What's going on, world? It's your boy Boom back at it again for Thisis50, and today we have a very special guest. We have a very talented and fast-rising new artist that goes by Tay Money. A lot of people may be familiar with her with her new song Bussin that's out right now. That's going crazy, and we're gonna talk to her today and get to know her and see what she got going on and what she has planned for us coming up next. Here we go. What's going on, Tay?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. All right. So how's your? Let's get started. So how's your quarantine been? How you been doing this whole quarantine?
Like in the very beginning, it was like a real spook. Like, I mean, it still is, but I've kind of lost the fear. Like, I'm being careful, but I'm not like scared to go places. In Texas, it's open, like nothing ever happened. And then I came to Florida, and it's still like halfway open. I'm like, dang, like I got a piece of it back, and then I had to get it taken back away again.
So what are you doing right now? Where are you at right now, I guess?
Well, I'm in Miami, and I've been in the studio for like a week now, and just keep working. I'm gonna shoot a video out here, and I just been catching a vibe. Like, it's way better to like go somewhere else and record,
No doubt. All right, and then so pretty much before the pandemic, you had a song that was popping off right now that was called Bussin. And it was doing really big numbers, and I'm sure you had a tour set up based off the album support, Hurricane Tay, which is out now. But just from your point of view, how did you feel about the coronavirus and the pandemic that's going on and affecting the artists like yourself?
It definitely stops a little bit of money flow. So that's where you have to be creative and find a way to make it still come in, even though we're kind of on hold, because show money is how we make our money, really. Well, that's how I make my money. And then feature money, of course, but of course you don't want to give out 20,000 features, you know what I'm saying? So when you need it, you get it, but you find a way. I wish that shit would go away completely. I'm very sick of it, but I haven't stopped working yet, so I haven't been completely crippled by it. But I know some people have been, and so it's really sad.
Oh, so okay. So when they first started cracking down on the shows, like pretty much taking out festival shows, everything wiped out. What were some things you and your team got together and tried to like brainstorm about as far as like keeping the momentum going from the hit single and just thriving in general as an artist?
So one of the big things right now is TikTok, of course. Bussin caught fire kind of overnight on that. And so I was able to really channel the TikTok wave and continue to carry and stretch it out, stay active, post people who were doing the dance. Still ride this wave without publicly riding this wave. So I'm glad it's still here. It's still going strong. We're pushing it as much as we can every day. I share everything I can.
No doubt. And then being that, Bussin, the video has done 6.6 million views currently, but this isn't your first like big video or big stream video, because you had your first one in 2017 with Trapper's Delight. And
Yes.
So being that this is more of your big break now, like how do you feel about it now compared to when you first got it with Trapper's Delight?
Well, I was like, it was completely surreal to me. I was working a job, and they post, I'm doing hair, and then they posted Trapper's Delight on Say Cheese TV, and by the time I got done with my client, my whole there was like 75,000 new people on my page, and I'm like, oh my God, I got spammed. Like, I have to go delete all these people is what I'm thinking. Come to find out the shit's real. They love it. And I'm like, you're shitting me. How? But I'm like, that's awesome. So now I've really just been trying to find my voice, because also as being a female, it's kind of like male dominant, and somebody's always trying to tell you what you should do or what you should say or how you should say it. But the most important thing about being a female rapper is just being you and using your voice.
No doubt. And then did you expect Bussin to do what it did coming out the gate, or was this just a surprise, just as much a surprise to you as everybody else?
Actually, we knew it was great, but we didn't know how great it was. I remember like we made it, we were like drunk and like we were like in a room. We like made it in an Airbnb and you know, we were drunk. I was like, yeah, this is a clean ass song. So I thought that's really what it was. And then it caught fire. I'm like, oh no, it was really clean. You know, you're drunk, shit sounds better, right?
Everything.
But no, it's like such a blessing. And Trapper's Delight was one, and then Bussin', you know, you gotta to stay relevant and make your money, you gotta keep them coming. So also during quarantine, you know, I just been working because you never know when you walk in the studio what'll come out with you, you know.
Definitely, definitely. And then Bussin' is just a magical video altogether. Like from you making the video, you issued an announcement to your fans to come out and support, and you got more than you thought. You got pretty much more than you bargained for with a whole damn near festival type of crowd.
It was crazy, and I did have security, which I don't like really do that much because I'm like who's gonna mess with me? I don't be beefing, I don't be doing nothing wrong or that I shouldn't do. So who gonna come mess with me? But I had security there, and I was honestly glad because it was a little overwhelming. But I made sure that I talked and took a picture with everyone I can because I can't believe they came out that many people such short notice, and like just to know those people love you is like it's like a really 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 crazy feeling. Like I just be giggling when they be there. Sometimes it just everything be funny.
No doubt. So tell us about how like that day went making the video. Like even though you had a legion of fans out there, but how was it? Just was it more like a party? Was it more just like
Well, when I had got there, they had this really long, like all these tables put together. It looked like a Thanksgiving dinner, you know, and they had a spot at the very end for me. And then they were like, they filled it in with people. They just squished. We didn't have enough chairs for everybody, so we just had everybody squish in, squish in. And then once the music started, oh yeah, they thought we was in the damn club. Like the video was no longer being taken place. The girls was on the meatloaf, and the meatloaf was on their pants, and I was like, stop, cut. But they were going crazy for me, and I really appreciate it. It was so much fun, and it was honestly a really long day. So I'm so glad they all stuck around for that.
no doubt? You had your mom in the video too, right?
I did have my mom. Yeah, she's so cute. I love her, and I'm literally like a spitting image of her, with just a little bit more swag. So people love her. They call her Mama Money, and I like. She hates to be on camera, but I'm like, you're being on this camera. She's like, people are gonna make fun of me. Then the video dropped, and she hit me back. She's like, oh my god, girl, they're following my Instagram.
No doubt. And then what did she tell you as a parent, just watching your child like just shine like that? Like, what was some things she dropped on you when she saw everything going on that day on the video?
So she always tells me to be really careful. She always tells me, you know, people may know you and you don't know they know you. Like I always want you to be careful. But she told me that I need to be ready for this lifestyle. Like, Tay, are you sure you want this lifestyle? Because not everyone in the world is gonna love you. And that's something I don't like, is when somebody doesn't like me, like I want to settle it. Like, let's talk about it. But she's letting me know, like, hey, people will hate you for no reason, and you need to learn to be okay with that, because she knows it would eat me up. And now, like, I don't get in the comments or do anything like that, and so that always stays with me. And also, anytime anything goes wrong, I just pick up the phone and call her and vent, and then she calms me down. It's like moms have this superpower. It's crazy. But honestly, she's just such a great mom. And at first, she couldn't believe I was rapping. I didn't start even making music till I was like 23. And she's like, what do you mean you're making music? And I'm like, she's like, please don't quit your job. Please don't quit your job. I'm like, I'm not. Then I come home with some money. I was like, I quit my job. Yeah, I quit my job. But it's just a really great story because now she's so on board. She called me today. She's like, hey, we're going to throw you this show. And I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, she trying to be your booking agent and everything already.
Right.
No doubt. And then being from Texas, and you pretty much got a shout out and love from another big Texas artist out of Lizzo, who pretty much was showing you as much love as anybody, and you know, appreciating the video and having the video in her background. What was that like? What was that like getting pretty much a shout out from a superstar like Lizzo, and then being like a female artist coming from the same backyard as yourself?
So I think it's amazing. I was so excited when I checked my phone and saw it. Like I ran straight to Instagram to post it. Um, it's I don't understand why it's like this, but just so everybody else knows, it sometimes be hard for one girl to show love to another girl. I don't know because I think we may be like territorial or something like that. So when any girl shows love to me, like it means the most to me because then this bitch like me, like she like me and she's okay with herself and like we can girl power, we can do this shit together. And that means a lot to me. I never ever ever forget that stuff. Like I know who was there and like I know who's not here. You know what I'm saying? Like not saying that Lizzo would ever need anything from me one day, but if she do, you know what I'm saying, she just ask, I'll do it. I really rock with her. She didn't have to do that, so thank you for that, Lizzo.
No doubt. And then she's a very diverse artist. It has a very hilarious sense of humor, and she can be next to Beyonce singing a ballad, and she could be next to Megan Thee Stallion, pretty much twerking. And being that you guys have a similar style at some point in time, could we see a collaboration between Tay Money and Lizzo? And then, and if you had the idea, what would it be like?
I would love that. Lizzo has this sound, and it's like back in the day, like the music kind of has like samples in it and stuff. It's like it just makes you feel like this, I swear, and it's so good and I love it. Lizzo has that sound and sometimes I try to make music like that. I love that sound. I would definitely love to collab with her and also Megan because she's from Texas, so anything we could do to keep it in the family, you know what I'm saying.
Definitely, definitely. And then coming from Dallas, you're right now. You guys have you're running with a pack of other female artists who are doing the big things right now. As far as Megan Thee Stallion, you got Asian Doll, you got Cuban Doll, you got Erica Banks, you got a couple of or a lot of names to name from K Breezy. But what is it about Texas females that are just running the game right now? Like you guys are giving guys a run for their money in Dallas, like on this hip hop shit. So like what are you guys doing out there? Is it something in the water? Is it a competitive nature? Or do you guys know you just got it?
um it just we just hit different, like Texas girls can hold their own, like we can hang with the boys, so that's why we is hanging with the boys and walking over some of these boys. And but nah, it's kind of like we're like raised kind of tough. I feel like like with good hospitality, but we raised tough, so we're not scared to go out there and venture and be ourselves. Also, it's just a whole nother sound. Like it's just a whole nother sound, and I feel Texas is booming because people are finally giving places other than LA or New York, where they're giving everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like I could hear a crazy ass name, like you came from Ohio or something. Like if you hard, that's it. I didn't heard like a lot. I'm kind of late to like finding out about music. And like I recently been put on like some Chicago and some DMV area, and like I'm super late, but this shit go hard.
Definitely, definitely. But being in Texas, is there any Texas artists or Texas female artists you're looking to collaborate with, even in the outer regions of Dallas or just in Dallas in general? Could we see a collaboration project with Tay Money and another
Yeah,
female?
for sure. Like I feel like a girl tape would be super fire. Like I would just find as many girls as I could in Dallas, and if not just Dallas and Texas, and like we make a little EP or a little tape of just straight girl power. That would be so fire because I feel like we lack. I feel like we lack a lot of girl collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always in a boy and a girl and stuff like that. But when the girl features come out, that's just hard. That's just hard.
No doubt, no doubt. And then maybe even a Tay Money and Megan Thee Stallion collaboration.
Yeah, I need that. We need that.
No doubt. And then, okay, would you say that being that you guys are competing with the boys, do you ever feel like artists from your area, like often, like are intimidated by you, by your skills, by your skill set?
You know what? I feel like some people love me and like some people hate me, and some could be intimidated and some could be like, I don't know what y'all see. Uh, but but I don't I never appear, I never make myself unapproachable. Like accept everyone. And if I feel someone's energy is off to me, I'm going to go to them and try to fix it. So I don't want people to be intimidated. And you can know I'm a bad bitch, but I don't want you to be like, like, I don't want you to feel like you can't speak to me. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And then is there any Texas dudes that you are looking to collaborate with?
Yes. I'm on my way to get a feature from Yellow Beezy.
Oh, what's that gonna sound like?
Yeah. It's a song I got called Swang. And I literally made it like 2 nights ago. And somebody was like, bro, you got to put Yellow Beezy on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna hit him. I'm finna put Yellow Beezy on there. He gonna hear it. He gonna be like, yes. I'm like, bet, thank you.
No doubt. And then speaking of Yellow Beezy and the whole Texas movement you guys going down right now, talk about some of the history that Texas hip hop that people don't really know about that has influenced the whole genre over the years, pretty much.
So like I'm kind of late to the scene because where I grew up, I maybe knew 2 or 3 people that made music. When I moved to Dallas, it was probably like 5 years ago, is when I actually realized that the music scene and underground scene was a thing. I grew up listening to like his name is Big Tuck. He's from Dallas and he's a legend. He's my favorite rapper. But I think of Big Tuck as like Drake. Like I think he's like a legend. Travis Scott even put him on his album. There's like an intro to a song.
Yeah, Big Tuck.
Yeah, Freight Train Tuck. Swag School is now in session. Okay, but just that sound, they don't make music like that anymore. They don't know how to make music like that anymore. Like that shit right there is the best. And there was also like these dances, was called jigging, and like people from up north may be like, what are they doing? But that shit is so clean. Like I can halfway jig. Like I'm almost there, but it's like it's just a culture and it's so beautiful and I love to be a part of it and know about it. And I wish more people could come to Texas and see it like I see it, you know?
Okay, and you said Big Tuck is is pretty much your biggest inspiration. That's pretty much how you got the name Big Tay, right? And
well, like, I guess you could say that, but I always rap on like his beats. Like how I learned to rap was freestyling on his songs. I actually remade one of his songs. It's called Tay Money by Tay Money. And it's a remake of Not a Stain on Me by Big Tuck. And it actually, like, when people see me, it's like the only thing they sing to me. I'm like, bro, chill. Like, but Big Tuck is a legend forever. I love him so much. Shout out Big Tuck.
have you ever spoken to him?
What'd you say?
Have you ever spoken to Big Tuck?
Yeah. Yes. We like taking some pictures. You know, we dap it up when we see each other. He's so sweet. He's really big Tuck. Like he's really big. And he's like a little teddy bear to me. He's so sweet, and that's crazy. Like I still be starstruck. Like some people may not be starstruck, but for Big Tuck, I will always be starstruck.
No doubt. You know, a lot of people might be like, man, Tay Money don't really know nothing about no Big Tuck. So I'm going to drop a bar on you, and I want you to finish the bar.
Okay.
Finish the verse low key. So, all right, pretty much Southside the realest. I'm going to make you feel it. Microphone blizzard.
Yeah. Gots to get mine. Right? That's where it comes in?
Out of the grind. Gots to get mine.
Headed up
State fair.
of the pond.
From the state fair down to the X to the pond.
Yeah.
Home of the killers.
This is the hardest part to know. This is literally the hardest part. I know like 35% of the song.
Home of the killers. Home of the G's.
Boys around here probably calling Dub Deuce D's.
It's another place. Southwest Island. You got it. You got it.
The gorillas be wildin'.
No doubt. And then, all right, so let's talk about you as an artist. All right, being a female artist is tough in the game. Just, you know, you got so many adversities. You got the men trying to, you know, just want to sleep with you. You got to impress the fans. You got to have a look on 24/7.
Oh,
but
that's the worst part. That's the worst part.
And then I mean, for yourself, you have it even harder because you're a white rapper, and that makes it even harder because, you know, you got to not only represent, you got to actually come with it every time. Like, you can't never slip because that would be like, yo, you know, one and
Yeah.
done. So how do you maneuver around the adversities, and how do you just keep straight ahead or keep your trajectory straight ahead and go and get to where you're trying to go as an artist?
The only thing I can do at this point is stay down and mind my business. I don't be in other people's shit. I don't be talking shit. Like I mean I talk my shit, but like I don't take if you just don't do drama, you'll be good. And if these people don't rock with you, that's okay. Like I've come to accept that. I do stay out of my comments, you know, like I said earlier and stuff like that. It'd be some days where you be good. I'll be like, nobody can say shit. And then the next day I'll be like, Mom. But shit, I'm human, just like everybody else. And, you know, before I let this game take my sanity, you know, I'll bounce. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm healthy. I'm mentally good. Like I'm where I'm supposed to be. We're gonna keep moving forward. And my mama always tell me you gotta be built for it. So every time, you know, I start to lose sight of shit, I'm like, Tay, you built for it. Like you built for it. So that's why we're here.
Definitely. And then, like you said, you got your mom as a support system, but who are some other people that you have in your corner that keep your head on the straight and narrow and keep you focused?
So I have this best friend. He's a guy. His name's Sam. He travels everywhere with me, no matter what. Even if I don't need him to be there, he's gonna come. And then I got my girls back home. They're Persian. I love them. I fell in like I just started hanging out with one, and then she introduced her to her sister and a cousin, and now it's like I'm kind of Persian now, but I'm not. But and then I have a boyfriend who is wonderful, and he kind of works in the same business, so I can vent and he gets it. Whereas somebody else will be like, why do you care about that? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. I also have a really good manager and a really good team. Anytime I feel any types of crazy, I just talk to one of those people and I just simmer down. Also, God, I have like this book I read every day. It's like a devotional. And I literally read every day. I make my friends read it, even if they're not religious. I'm like, read this. And that literally gets me through everything.
No doubt, no doubt. And then, you know, a new trend that has been going on now in hip hop is especially for male artists, is having a girlfriend or having a wife, and fans really adore that and really, you know, really rock with them harder. Do you feel like that's the same? You get that same kind of love as a female artist, or do you feel like they still have that? You need to have that single appeal to pretty much remain popular.
Um, if I need to be single in order to remain popular, then I don't really care for that because the way I was raised or brought up or something like you love like you love. So I'm like a sucker for love. So if you telling me I can't be in love and I gotta be lonely and deal with the internet's bullshit and deal with the whole world trying to bring you down every chance they get, like, okay, well, y'all can kiss my ass, you know what I'm saying? But whoever, if they're in a good relationship, like I'm all for it. But some people in the stars and stuff, you can tell they have toxic relationships, and I don't want to see that, and I'm sure other people don't want to see that, you know. So I don't know where the hell I'm going for that, but with that, but I just that doesn't bother me. My fans don't act like it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I wouldn't know how to deal with it if they did. I would not literally not know. Be like, I don't give a fuck.
No doubt, no doubt. And then you got, you know, Rihanna has her Navy, Beyonce has her Hive, and you yourself have a Tay Money Army.
Tay
Um,
Money.
yeah, and then first of all, what's that like having an actual like a crew name? First of all, because a lot of artists try and do that and it doesn't work. It's more like it has to come naturally. And then um, how do you remain humble through your fan engagements?
Okay. Well, when they told me, like, you know, they're like, every girl has their group and you need to pick one. And I was like, this shit is lame. I'm not picking this shit. It has to just happen. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying? I thought of some names and all of them were like, stop. So, I honestly have no idea where it came. I don't remember where it came from, but now, like, you know, we use it all the time. I think it came from a song, the remake of the Big Tuck song called Tay Money. I think that's where the Tay Money Army came from. And being humble with them isn't a problem because, or however I maintain it, is because I'm a really humble person. Not to toot my own horn, but I do know that I'm one humble ass person. I try not to get my hopes up. So it's like my life to me is just as surreal as it is to these fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, Take Money. I'm like, oh my God, Take Money, you know? Sometimes I don't know how to deal with that shit or understand the extremity of it. Or I walk around, my mom's like, I need you to get security. And I'm like, no, we're not at that level, but sometimes I am. So I'm like, shit, I don't know. We friends. I'm friends with my fans because they just like me, you know?
Definitely. And then saying that you pretty much like your fans are like your family and whatnot. Um, how do you? I mean, you get approached by fans, and you've had the fans that have cried when they seen you, asked you for advice. I've talked to you on social media, and you've even engaged and talked back to your fans on a regular basis. What is it about? Like, what do you do, or how do you remain that same person, even though your popularity continues to grow to astronomical heights?
How do I maintain that? Um, I I don't know. I never think about it really. I do think, hey, maybe one day when I'm like Nicki Minaj, like I won't have to talk to anybody. Like I don't know. Like, do they want to talk to people? Do they get tired of it? Because I've always said, like, if they come up to me, I'm gonna be like, yes, like I love you too. Like I've always said, if TMZ is there, I will go gladly talk to them and answer. But who knows when I live that life if I'll really be like that. You know, I just know that I'm gonna remain who I am, exactly who I am, and the rest will whatever.
Definitely. And then being that we've had this whole COVID-19 pandemic and the way it's pretty much altered the way we move forward in the music business, as far as a fan's point of view, how do you plan on arranging meet and greets and just approaching fans approaching you just now in the future with everything going on? Because everybody's like, hey, you got to keep social distancing, got to have a mask, got to have their gloves, everything. Like, does that have any effect on you dealing with fans?
Um, Honestly, I'm gonna be like, but like, no. At the same time, like, I would like you, if you're gonna be all up on me or near me, like, I would like you to have on a mask, and I'll wear a mask too. I've actually heard that the gloves aren't good for you because the germs stick to the gloves. You can't actually wash your gloves like you do your hands. So if I see gloves, I'm like, no. But I, if they keep on a mask, I'm hoping we could just be normal again. I'm ready to just be normal again, you know?
Definitely, everybody's waiting for that. Everybody just wants this to go back to
It
normal.
starts to turn to anger in your head, like you could do something about it, but you can't. You just have to sit there. That's it.
I mean, what about even doing live shows now? Like, you'll be up high, obviously, and then your fans will be down low. But even people are talking about like, oh, well, they can cough and spread it and whatnot. Does that affect you as far as performance?
Oh no, I want to perform. I don't even care. I don't even care. I mean, I care. Don't get me wrong. I care, but like I'm so excited. Like we could just make sure that our mouths don't get near each other, and I could just rock out. I promise, if I'm gonna cough or sneeze, I'll do it in a napkin. But I'm feeling okay. Um, but yeah, performance. Yes, bring it back. My mom went to a concert not too long ago.
Really?
Yes, I know it's crazy. In Texas, they're doing it, but I guess it's because the venues can't be too full.
Definitely.
Oh, you're in Dallas.
Yes, like 25%. Yeah, so it's like 17 people in there rocking out. So
No, no. It's not at 50% yet.
no, not right now. It's 25.
I went out to eat the other night and that shit looked like 100%.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's doing, you have news reports where people are like pretty much at capacity still partying, but every time I see something like that, I'll be like, yo, that's coronavirus over there. I'm gonna go this way.
Maybe every time someone like hands me a blunt or something, I'm like, I look at it and I'm like,
Definitely. All right, man. Let's get back into this album. All right. So, where did the name Hurricane Tay come from for the album?
So I posted this picture probably like 3 years ago on my Instagram, and the caption was Hurricane Tay. I thought it was so clean. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna save that for something. And then later on, I heard Big Tuck using a song, Hurricane Tuck, and then I was like, bro, it's obvious.
Definitely. I mean, being that you're his biggest fan and whatnot.
Yeah, I am.
Sure. I mean, so the album is filled with a lot of great songs that you've been putting out videos for, like IMAX and Carmen Electra, and even left cheek, right cheek,
Mm-hmm.
and you got some really big features on the album too. And one of the biggest ones that stands out is the one with DaBaby. So tell us how the song "Booty" came together and the feature with DaBaby came together.
I actually freestyled Booty, the hook of it. I made it, and my management was like, yo, like we should get a couple of features on the album. We heard the piano keys and we were like, DaBaby. And this was like at the peak of when everything, like when he was like really starting, when everybody immediately first knew who DaBaby was. This is when it was. And we got him to do it. I happened to run into him on a cruise ship. And we both performed on it. It was called Days of Summer Cruise. And he was so nice. He was like, it's a hit. I'm like, it's a bop. And we've been getting really good feedback. And he just was a really great guy with me. So thank you for that. And also there was Melly and who else was on there?
I mean, those are the only two features on the album. Is why.
That's right. Yeah. Left cheek, right cheek is a bop. I hear all the girls work out to it. Every video I get to left cheek, right cheek, they're in the gym working out. I love that. I need to go to the gym and work out.
I mean, you also got a feature with Fredo Banks, but that's off the album.
Oh yeah. So we were actually, I think, debating on if we were gonna put it on the album. So I honestly, all my songs, sometimes I forget what the names are, but that one is Lil Mama, and it's so good. It's so good. I love that song. He came right in the studio, so smooth with it, and then he was like, your turn. I was like, oh, thank you.
He was like, I don't know. How's your work process work then?
So I've been learning the best way. I've tried a lot of ways to make music. The best way is get in there with Sam. He's my best guy friend I was telling you about. He actually makes music, and we get in there and we smoke a little because I don't like to smoke a lot, and we freestyle, and I normally just lay it down, and then if it's jagged, we'll punch in or fill in the spaces. Or I have a great producer and engineer. He's the same guy. His name's Dustin, and he can literally make anything sound like a song within like 3 minutes. It's crazy.
Definitely. And then the importance of having a great engineer, because a lot of artists don't understand that.
I remember when I first started out, I was watching an interview on somebody, and they said that the most important thing about recording is a focused engineer. I started working with Dustin, and I immediately realized what he meant. He was so focused and so fabulous and so fast. And he trained me on studio sounds and names and stuff like that. So now if I have to work and Dustin's not there, I end up having to teach somebody else what I know, you know what I'm saying? And it honestly just agitates me, but I'm like, get Dustin here. He's so fast. He just trained me to be fast, you know?
Right. And then Hurricane Tay has been doing like extremely well streaming. And you have not only have you put out Bussin' for a video, you put out Carmen Electra, Girls Weekend, which is my favorite video that you put out, and Ride Around. But what is the song that you want to make a video for that you haven't done it yet?
I really wanted to shoot one it's called You Poppin', and it's like a gym cheerleader sound. And I had this crazy vision in my head, but if I couldn't pull off what I saw in my brain, then I didn't want it, because what I saw was so crazy cool. And everything kind of was happening so fast with the project. Like the weeks were moving very fast, and before you knew it, I was already working on something else and something else and something else. And I just didn't get around to shooting that. Maybe one day, but I love that song so much.
Definitely. I mean, you got nothing but time. We all quarantined still.
We are, but it's also hard because you don't know what's open and what you can use, you know?
Definitely. And then being that that the project is doing well, and you have this popularity to you that's just simply undeniable. It's like you would, I mean, just the type of artist that you are, it seems like labels would be like scouting you out like a top prospect in the NFL draft right now. So how is it that you're still remaining independent? And is it because of a personal choice, or is it because that the right offer hasn't came your way? Or is it just like you said, like you know this business, so you know that this is the best way to go?
I have learned a lot about this business in a very short time, more than a lot of people. I feel like I'm very well educated. I'm not the most educated, but I'm very well educated on this business. And everything almost seems like a trap. Literally, almost everything seems like a trap. So my advice to people would be, get you a team that you trust and stick with that team. Like no new friends. I don't care how bad that sounds. It's like when you start adding and shit starts getting sloppy or whatever. I was thankful to find my team that I have now, and I knew it when I met them. I met with a lot of people, and I knew when I met them that that's where I was supposed to be. I have really strong intuition. I always follow my gut, even if I'm wrong. That's just what it is. And I am in talks with a label right now. And the reason I didn't sign previously was because they wanted to get me when I was little. And now I've had to demand more money. And it's not about the money, but I'm going to need my money, So I've just been eyes open, ears open. I listen to everything and take what I can from it. But I also have a lawyer who helps and stuff like that.
But being from Texas, it's a lot of Texas artists that are still independent, that are just really kicking ass and flourishing. But being that you're a female, how did a lot of people saw Megan Thee Stallion go through her contract situation like publicly? Like, what did you learn from it? Just seeing from the outside looking in.
I'm not sure her contract points or deals. I guess you would have to make sure that you understand what you're signing. I know people that signed really early just because they were broke and they needed money, and that's kind of how you get tripped up. I would guess. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would just have to make sure if I sign a deal, it's got to be 3 people that bless it. My management's got to bless it. My lawyer's got to bless it, and my mama's got to bless it. And if those 3 don't bless it, then I can't move forward. And that's just what it is, and that's how it's going to be. And I make sure that anybody that talks to me understands that.
Always. And then let's get into this new music that you've been listening to. I mean, you've been doing a lot of traveling in between this quarantine, from Dallas to Chicago to Miami. Just in those different areas, who are some artists that you've discovered or been hip to, or got hip to, or?
In Chicago, it would have to be Polo G, Cowboy. I'm a real big Cowboy fan. Where's Rod Wave from? Is he from Miami?
Yeah. No, he's from New Orleans or Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, we love Rod Wave too, always. Of course, the City Girls are from Miami. I'm sure there's another one from Miami that I really wait. Trina's from Miami.
Yeah.
That song, "Fuck Boy Boy," anthem for life. I scream that shit at the top of my lungs all the time. Texas, Field. I can't even give you any names. There's so many. I can't even do it.
A lot of people don't know about the Field, actually.
About the what?
The Field, the rap group, the Field out here, or Outfield. That's right,
Outfit.
Yeah, is it Outfit or Outfield?
It's Outfit Texas. The Outfit Texas. They're so hard. They scream Texas.
Definitely. And then, being that you've been doing a lot of traveling, what's the food been like? What has your food been like for quarantine?
Well, there's no other better food than Texas. There's no other better food than Dallas. That's just that. But recently, I've been on my, teriyaki chicken. I'm eating salads. I'm trying to eat right. Anything fried, though, I'm trying to eat right. But anything fried, yes, I want it. ate some Haitian food. It's so good. I really will eat anything that has chicken on it at all. Of course, I'm a chicken freak. Let me tell you that.
And then what is Tay Money's store runs been like during this quarantine?
Oh, I've been getting like frozen chicken breast. What's funny? I put teriyaki sauce on it. I love onions and peppers now. I just got onto them. I'm like a really plain eater, and recently I've been having to eat new things, and I have been really chefing up with onions. I love onions. Um, I always have a chocolate little drink like Yoo-hoo or like a protein shake. Water, of course. I could go on, but you don't want me to.
And then have you been keeping your mask on at the store like everybody else, or because a lot of
So
people?
when I go to the grocery store, yes, I have on a mask. Texas or here, I have on a mask. But if I'm at the studio or the house, outside, I don't have on a mask.
No doubt. And then being with everything going on, I know it's inspired you to have for new content. And so what are you working on right now? Is there a new project in the works? Is there a new
Actually doing an EP right now. And I just did a special remix of Bussin. I can't wait for y'all to see who's on it. It's a surprise though. And we've just been in the studio. I'm coming harder than ever now. Like every time I get in the studio, it gets better and better and better and better and better, and I'm very happy about that.
How's the current situation or the current climate affected or influenced your wordplay, pretty much, your content?
Like it being hot outside.
Even that, COVID-19, hot outside.
It's it I just make fun vibes. Like I just get in the studio and just vibe with what is ever the beat is on. I don't try to make anything or try to say anything. It just has to come to my mouth and it just has to be natural. If it sounds forced, I hate it and throw it away. I hate it. You know how many songs I've thrown away? Because I'll be like, it sounds forced. People be like, you're tripping. I'm like, no, this shit sounds forced. I know because it's my voice, you know?
Definitely. And then a lot of people don't know that, but on your streaming service or on your streaming account, you have a lost tapes project. It says literally Tay Money's lost tapes. Only other person that has that is like Nas or whatever. But if somebody had to have a crash course on Tay Money,
Lost? What does that mean?
it's just lost tapes.
Like my songs?
Yeah, it's your songs from like 2017.
They're cap. They're cap. I'm taking it down.
But even if fans wanted to have a crash course in Tay Money, what are 5 songs that you would pick to pretty much introduce yourself to artists? I mean, to fans, not artists. Sorry.
I recorded one 2 days ago called "I Do What I Want," and it is prime time exquisite. I'm very hard on myself, and for me to say that means that bitch is jumping. Also, there's this one called "Blow Your Mind." I just dropped it on SoundCloud because it's a sample, so I didn't want to get it cleared. It's a remake of Eve and Gwen Stefani's song called "Blow Your Mind." So,
You got Bussin'.
Bussin'. They need to know Bussin', Trapper's Delight, and then one more is Tay Money by Tay Money.
Facts.
Hey, I'm finna go. That is not mine.
I mean, it's on your file.
Well, I'm finna go get their ass too.
No doubt. And then being that this is 50, man, tell us about your favorite 50 Cent songs and why.
My favorite 50 Cent song is "In the Club" because there is nothing more legendary or classic than that shit right there. Like we still play that bitch in the club today. Also, I love "Window Shopper" because I remember like the wordplay was going crazy. It was just something to me, like "Window Shopper." I actually have used that in a bar because of him. And then the last one is "The Candy Shop" because, bitch, that is a bump. Yes.
Take you to the candy shop. All right. So if you had to, what would you say your favorite 50 Cent moment was? No matter what, it could be in the.
This is gonna sound maybe bad. I'm not an evil person, but when he fires people up on Instagram, I'll be so excited. It'd be the funniest shit in the world. Like, I'll be like, boy, he's good with them comebacks. Like, if he ever come for me, I'm gonna be destroyed. He is so funny.
Yeah, and remember, he needs his money by Monday.
Yeah, by Monday. He's crazy. He crazy.
No doubt. And then if you could plug everybody in on Hurricane Tay to go stream the album right now, which is out right now, how would you say?
Right now. Yeah, okay, so it's called Hurricane Tay. My name is Tay Money. All my internet social media handles are Tay Money, duh. Please go to Hurricane Tay, pick out your favorite song, make a video to it, DM it to me on Instagram, tag me, I'll repost it. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Tay Money, and this is 50.
So, and then, man, give a shout out to your Tay Army.
Hey, shout out to Tay Money Army. You are the best. You are the baddest bitches. Reporting for booty. Hey, you better whoa.
All right, man. Thanks for giving us your time. Appreciate it. Love the album. Everybody go make sure they go get Hurricane Tay. Go stream it. Matter of fact, you can go buy it if they have it on. Is there any hard copies? Is there vinyl? Is there any way we could get vinyl for this? Or
No, there's not, because I just wasn't on that level yet. But now I know y'all really rocking when we finna be on that level. I'm finna load some shit up. Finna get y'all some beach towels, some life jackets. Yeah, it's gonna be clean. I swear, I'm finna fuck them up.
all right. And then actually, one last thing for TikTok. If you have another song that you wanted fans to have a challenge to, what would it be?
It's called Ride Around. Ride around fucked up. Hey, crown of coke in my cup. It's so good. You gotta go listen.
All right. Hey, this is 50. We out of here. Peace.